Hey guys, ColdBrew here, back with Diablo Immortal. Let me tell you how I got a 600 CR boost to my account with just reaching level 80. So getting started, my account has reached level 82 today. When I reached level 80 was actually yesterday, but I did not record a video. So let me just show you what I've done. Basically, most of my gear is two set bonuses, okay? So it's not triples, except for my chest piece, my weapon, and I think this set piece right here. So how did I get this? Of course, with a lot of grinding. Before I got to level 80, I didn't grind it from 80 to 82. So that's what you need to be doing at all times. If you think you can enter into a higher difficulty, that's what you need to start focusing on. So if you're closing into level 70, let's say, you should be attempting to do health 3 with a group, farm with a group, farm dungeons with a group. If you're much lower than the 2120 rating that is required to enter health 3 and start actually doing damage, you can still be like a support, hold at the back. If you die, they'll revive you, but don't worry too much about the CR that you'll be killing stuff. You won't be killing stuff, they'll be killing you. But in a group scenario, CR doesn't play that much of a role. If you've got other people who are much higher CR to carry you, if you're in a group, you can do the dungeons, you can do outworld farming. You can do all that to slowly get some gear saved up and eventually get to level 80 when you'll get the actual big boost of CR. And don't worry about pay to win compared to free to play, and that free to play cannot do this and cannot enter health 3. Let me just give you an example. My account is a pay to win. I've spent money on the game, of course, and that's why I've got a good resonance. And comparing it to an actual free to play good player that we have in our clan, let me just show you an actual free to play who got to level 80 before me. He was grinding a lot. He still had a very solid boost to his CR just because he managed to get to level 80. He had gear farmed up, and look at Firebloom is the guy. He has 3,500 damage, 42,000 health, and 2,337 combat rating, which I know is higher, but he probably has something unequipped here for a different build, but he has normally about 2,400. This combat rating is much higher now than health 3, and he does significant amount of damage. He did much higher challenge drift compared to before once he got to level 80, and his resonance is 330. So this is a very good example of a free to play who pushes, who tries hard to do as best as he can. And it's not like he's got a ton of triples. He's got 1, 2 triples, and probably like a set triple. Yeah, 3 triples, exactly like mine, but the reason that I have higher than him is because I've got better gems, and also might be small differences in the quality of gear. So some of mine are exceptional, which gives you in the 80s, the values in the 80s compared to a non-exceptional item that you might get. So like in the 70s, you lose out about 20 CR compared to this one. If you see 10 from the first attribute, 10 from the second, it adds up slowly, but it's mostly the gems that provide the combat rating. And again, it's not that it's an insane difference, but it adds up if you've got all 5 stars. I've got 4 or 5 stars here, so the comparison is there. So you saw the free to play versus the pay to win, the pay to play, whatever they call it, and it's there. It's all about strategizing and knowing what to farm and when to farm it. You should be farming dungeons if you are at a very bad percent here for the XP. 60% is not a bad rate for XP. Honestly, it's not the worst for sure. I farmed at 50%. I went to 40%. 40% for me, it feels very bad to farm. It feels that I'm very wasteful. 60% I'm okay. 50% it's alright if I'm with a good group, but after that it feels like I'm spending too many hours playing. And of course, if you're way before this, if you're watching this video and you're still level 60, you got 200% XP ahead of you. So do as much as you can of everything. Do your dailies, get your battle pass going, claim all that XP, get fast leveled up, but try to get as much gear as possible. The gear that you'll be getting from dungeons is not as much of this gear, but it will be sets, and those are not as important. when you have some of those saved up for the future. So I would say the majority of your time should be spent farming outside, farming with a group that is fast enough, farming in a place where there's not much competition. It's not only the library and the realm of divination, there's so many places that you can farm, and hopefully they'll add even more areas where we're gonna have, you know, better farm routes and everything. The map is big, and they should add something here, they should add something here, they should add something here. It's things that they'll add in the future for sure, is what I'm guessing. New areas, new dungeons, all that kind of stuff, and that will slowly help you get that CR. If that is something that you're worrying that the pay to win and the free to play cannot get that kind of big of a boost, it is there. The boost that I got was much more significant because I had every single piece of gear ready to go in my stash. And now if I go to my stash, I'll show you guys. I have 2 pieces there. I have this belt that I farmed, which will not replace the belt that I have. Is an Isatar one. But it still shows that this was full and now it's empty. I unequipped everything, and there's no reason for me to keep anything anymore unless I start farming again, and that's going to be mostly set items that will be getting all the stash space that I have here. So that's going to be in the future. For now, what I'm trying to do is do some battlegrounds, relax a little bit, work with my clan. We also have the Rite of Exile, so taking it a little bit slower, but still I enjoy the farming at certain periods of time. I don't want to do this every day, like grind 8 hours a day, but when I do, it's for a purpose, and that purpose was properly worth it because of all that CR that I got. And let me just show you the CR again. I'm at 2,806, and when I started I was at 2,192. So that was the video for today. I hope I made it clear. If you've got gold, save it up, because going to the antiquities right here, dude, you need to be saving up all your gold and spending it at the right time. That's why I have a 1.6 million just sitting right there, because I used it when I got to level 80 and not before that. Once I got to level 80 and I had successfully unlocked Challenge Rift 60, this guy right here dropped Hell 3 and higher weapons and primary armor, and I don't use it for secondary armor, and I don't use it for jewelry, but the first 2 he drops that. I do the 10 a day and all the way until this goes to 0, and hopefully it doesn't go soon. I'll need to farm soon enough, and I'll need to max out my battle pass before Monday that it resets. I need to do 1,000 points, and I need to do it soon because we only have like 1 day until the battle pass is done. So that was the video for today, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. If you got any questions, leave it down below in the comments. I'll try to respond when I've got some time. Thank you. I'll see you in the next one. See ya.